It's a wise American poet once said, to be the man, you got to beat the man. And Michigan is still the man in college football. Texas, if you want that mantle, if you want that national title, it's got to go through the maize and blue. In the first top 10 battle of the season. For the call, upstairs, Joe Platt and Gus Johnson.
Big Noon Saturday is sponsored by AT&T Business. Reliability for your business is our business. From the legendary Big House in Ann Arbor, Michigan, we've got the biggest game of this young college football season coming at you right now. Number 3, Texas in town to take on the defending national champion and 10th-ranked Michigan Wolverines. Hi, everybody. I'm Gus Johnson, along with my quarterback, Joel Klatt. And welcome to Ann Arbor. As Mike Singletary would say, we like this type of party. As for Texas, Quinn Ewers, he is their leader. Yep. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. Big-time game and a big examination for him against this Michigan defense today.
It really is. This guy was the #1 recruit in the country. In a lot of ways, he's the #1 quarterback in college football. He's on the short list for the Heisman Trophy already early in this season, and this is a huge examination for Quinn Ewers. This is a guy that played brilliantly last year on the road against Alabama. That announced really Texas at the top of college football for last season, but now he's back, Gus, for unfinished business to go back to that spot in the playoff and then finish it off with a potential national championship.
As for the Michigan Wolverines, what a year, 15-0. They beat Ohio State, they beat Alabama, they beat Washington on their way to the national championship. Problem is, everybody's gone now. Blake Corum's gone. J.J. McCarthy, their star quarterback, is gone. So the big question here in Ann Arbor, who is their leader under center?
Yeah, well, listen, it's going to be Davis Warren, and you talk about a completely different path that he traveled to get to Michigan than what Quinn Ewers traveled to get to Texas. This is a no-star recruit that walked on because of a number of reasons, including just battling leukemia in his high school days, and he will share the job with Alex Orji, who will be in for a specific role to help run the football. Remember, this is still Michigan. Yes, we're going to talk about the quarterbacks. Yes, they need to throw the ball, but what do they have to do? They have to run the football, and that's why Alex Orji will be in there to help them sustain those drives on the ground.
Clean on the inside, clean on the out. Look at Joel Klatt today. All right, now, time now to join the third member of our team. On the sideline, you know who she is. It's the All-American girl, Jenny Tabb.
Guys, thank you so much. Well, Coach, you've won 23 straight at the Big House. How do you continue that today?
We told them to embrace the moment, don't reject it. Have fun, play free, and play physical.
There's a new era here. You're the head coach of Michigan. What was your final message to the guys in the locker room running out here?
Yeah, we talk about a standard that we want to set here at the Big House. Want to go have fun out here and play our style of ball.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Gus?
All right, thank you very much, Jenny. Perfect fall afternoon here in the Midwest. 57 degrees, nice and cool as we get ready for Texas and Michigan. Steve Sarkisian in his 4th season at Texas. The Longhorns won 4 of 6 games against ranked teams last year, including a 10-point win at number 3, Alabama. Meanwhile, Jerome Moore in his first full season after serving as head coach for 4 wins a season ago for Jim Harbaugh, who left to go to the Los Angeles Chargers. Jerome Moore, young man, 38 years old, now roaming his own sideline. These national powers have met just once. January 1st, 2005 in the Rose Bowl, a 38-37 Texas win that featured 3 lead changes in the final 5 minutes, the last one coming on Dusty Magnum's 37-yard field goal with 2 seconds left. Vince Young, 192 yards and 4 scores in that game. VY. Texas won the toss, and they will receive the football. Partner, your thoughts on this one? Biggest one in college football in this early season.
Gus, a day like today is why we love college football. Two of the most iconic brands in the sport about to tangle right now.
Tommy Doman will kick it off. Back deep for Texas, Matthew Golden. Over 100,000 strong here in Ann Arbor. Big Ten against the SEC. Wolverines, Longhorns. Here we go from the big house. That ball square picked up at the 5-yard line. Near side, Golden, and he'll go out of bounds. And that will bring on Quinn Ewers, who's put up terrific numbers during his time at Texas, started his career at Ohio State. Injuries have been a minor problem, but he's one of the best in all of college football.
Yeah, and pay attention early in this game, because if you look at the two marquee non-conference matchups from previous years against Alabama, Steve Sarkisian with Quinn Ewers at quarterback, thus they were aggressive early, taking shots down the field. I have a feeling today is going to be no different.
First down and 10 at the 24-yard line. When Travion Wiesner in the backfield. Play fake. They throw it out wide, and this one is caught. Jaden Blue out of bounds as Hill there to usher him out of play with a 2-yard gain. Offensively for Texas.
One of the most experienced offensive lines in college football. Well over 120 starts coming back with 4 guys that have played the better parts of 3 years. A new skill set, though, around Quinn Ewers. A guy like Matthew Golden and Isaiah Bond transfer in. They've got to be huge.
Second down and 8 at the 26. And flags on the play.
Offense, number 56, 5-yard penalty, second down.
Ron Snodgrass is your referee defensively for Michigan.
This is the strength of the Wolverines, in particular right up front. Kenneth Grant and Mason Graham. Those 2 guys in the middle, 78 and 55, 2 of the best in all of college football at defensive tackle. And around them, some experience and some versatility.
Second down and 13 at the 21. Ewers in trouble, just throws it incomplete. And he's got some pressure in his face. Wink Martindale, first-year defensive coordinator for Michigan. You know he wants to blitz, and Michigan gets off the field early.
Now it'll be a big third down for Wink Martindale. 3rd and 13. This is when that creativity you just referenced is going to show up. Look for Michigan to be up near the line of scrimmage with a lot of their players trying to give Quinn Ewers different looks.
Trying to get off the field early are the Wolverines. 3rd and 13 at the 21. Ewers out of the shotgun. Here's Ewers with time. Fires down the field, open receiver, and he's got him at the 45. What a throw and what a catch. Isaiah Bond, the Alabama transfer. With 2 steps, that's a gain of 33.
First, it was great protection by the offensive line. And how about this throw? Outside shoulder right there for Isaiah Bond. Just before the safety, Makari Page could get there in coverage. Beautiful play on a huge 3rd down early for Quinn Ewers. That's going to settle him down quickly.
Opening series for Texas, now in Michigan territory. Quinn Ewers. 20 of 27 for 260 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception last week in their blowout win at home against Colorado State.
The biggest key on that play, though, was the time, the protection. You saw that bluff of the blitz by Michigan, and then no pass rush in Quinn Ewers' face. If he can sit in a clean pocket all day, this is going to be a long day for the Michigan defense. The speed on the outside for Texas is too elite.
Thank you.
I like the comparison that you made. This is like Hagler versus Leonard. Way back then, people didn't think that Sugar Ray Leonard could actually stand in the pocket and go toe-to-toe with Marvin Hagler. He did, but got out. He used his elusiveness and his quickness. Let's see if Texas can do something similar against these rugged Wolverines. 1st and 10 at the 46. Ewers throws it up and incomplete. That time intended for his tight end, Juan Davis.
Well, that matchup at the offensive line, defensive line today, when Texas has the ball, it's as good as it gets in the sport. I think Texas has an argument to be the best offensive line in college football. I think Michigan has an argument to be the best defensive line in college football. Kenneth Grant and Mason Graham have got to get pressure up the middle today, right in the lap of Quinn Ewers if Michigan wants to have success.
2nd down and 10 at the 46-yard line. And they'll pitch it near side. This is Blue turning it up. And he's stopped by Kenneth Grant. That's a gain of 5. Talked to Sark last night, and Sark said the key for us, we've got to make those two big guys in the middle get tired. Yeah. So we got to go side to side.
They want to get a little side to side, make them run, keep them honest inside, because those big guys can make your life incredibly difficult in these situations, Gus. On 3rd down when you need to throw it.
3rd and 5 of the 41. Opening series for Texas. Blue in motion, empty backfield. They dump it down on the short pass, and it's caught for 1st down. Isaiah Bond got upfield. And Bond in Michigan with some experience. He played for Alabama last year.
Look at these big offensive linemen get out in front of this little middle screen to Isaiah Bond. Great patience by Bond, and then good movement up front.
1st down and 10. And they'll run it straight ahead with Jaden Blue. Barham with the tackle. The junior transfer from Maryland. And they like him. They say he's mean. Keep your eye on number 1.
He's going to have to be a big part of this defense. They're missing Junior Colston, among others, Michael Barrett, linebackers that played a ton of football over the last 2 and 3 seasons for Michigan, and they're having to replace both of those guys in the middle at linebacker with Ernest Hausman and Barham.
2nd down and 7 of the 31. Ewers with pressure, and he'll get rid of it. Gunnar Helm, closest man to the football, and that brings up 3rd down and 7.
Well, there's that heat that Wink Martindale was bringing. That was the nickel safety, Zeke Berry, and now Martindale his 3rd chance to get off the field on 3rd down. Texas is 2 for 2 on the series so far on this down.
Steve Sarkisian has faced Michigan DC Wink Martindale once in 2018 when Sark was the OC of the Falcons and Wink the DC of the Ravens. Ravens won that game. 3rd down and 7 at the 31-yard line. Falcons held to 131 total yards. Ewers, pocket collapsing, wants to run it, turns it up, picks up the 1st down as he slides forward deeper into Michigan territory.
This is an experienced play from Ewers. Watch as he breaks the pocket, and when he starts to run, he's going to get a little bit of a pump fake as he leaves the pocket right here, and that pump fake gets Barham to just react a little bit, and that's what allows Quinn Ewers to dive for that line to gain now 3 for 3 on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 23. And a whistle. Looks like some movement by Texas.
False start. Offense, number 56. 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
Texas, however, off to a good start. They've converted all 3 3rd downs on this opening series.
Right, now we're getting increasingly closer to this vital red zone. Texas was not good in the red zone a year ago. Only 51% scoring touchdowns once they got in the red zone. That's going to be a huge part of today's game.
1st down and a long 15 now. From the 28, Ewers dumps it down near side, caught and out of bounds at the 20 by Jaden Blue.
What I love about what Sark does once he gets behind the chains. So it's 1st and 15. He doesn't try to get all of it right back. You start playing for half of whatever you need. Try to get that back, and you've been able to do it.
Quick snap, Ewers swings it out. Nothing doing, Jaden Blue. Ridden down this time by Derek Moore, the junior from B-Moore. That's a loss of 3.
For all the success that Texas has had, in particular on this third down for the series, Gus, this becomes just an absolute crucial play. If Michigan can hold to a field goal on this drive, they will feel like that's a defensive success for them.
Quintravion Wisener comes into the game now. At running back, a sophomore. Third down and 11. Ewers standing strong now, bounces it out, tries to square on the move. Touchdown, Texas! What a play, DeAndre Moore Jr. Ewers buying time, but a flag is down.
Holding offense, number 56, 10-yard penalty, third down.
And this one will come back.
They're going to get Cameron Williams, number 56. Watch as Ewers tried to escape the pocket. That's Rayshawn Benny trying to get out, and you see he's just held as he's trying to get outside and contain Quinn Ewers. And take a look from the umpire here on our ump cam. It's on the left side of your screen. And there's Cam Williams, and there's the hold on Rayshawn Benny, and it moves him back even further.
Ewers sets up, sideline, and it's caught. It's Helm, and Helm goes down quickly. Barham again with the tackle. And that'll bring up fourth down and long.
That's a big stop for Michigan there, obviously with the help of that penalty. But also, that's a sneaky, solid completion for Quinn Ewers. And the reason is, if that's incomplete, if they don't gain any yards, Bern Auburn is going to have to attempt about a 52-yard field goal. Now, Gus, you're sitting in, it's only 48.
Actually, 43-yard field goal for Auburn. Clean snap, good hold, got it up, and he pushed it wide right. So the Michigan defense holds. Texas comes up empty after going all the way down the field. And here come the Wolverines on offense. No score from Ann Arbor. Michigan with the ball right after this. Time for today's game flow, sponsored by Progressive. Michigan Stadium here in Ann Arbor, the Big House. Capacity 107,601, and the Stars are here to watch the Wolverines and Longhorns. First and 10 at the 25. Joel, how would you frame this game between these two?
Well, Michigan has to control the line of scrimmage. It's what their entire program is built off of, controlling a game against a more talented roster, which means, Gus, the game is in the hands of the 5 inexperienced new offensive linemen.
On first down and a whistle.
Those guys up front, and obviously this is not a way for them to start either.
False start. Offense, number 78, 5-yard penalty, first down.
They're going to have to control the line of scrimmage and control the terms of the game. That's what they have to do for their blueprint of victory. Even before you start talking about the quarterback, but for Davis Warren as the starter, obviously just an incredible path to get here, fighting leukemia in high school. Now he's the quarterback of the Michigan Wolverines. First start last week. They need to get him an early, easy completion in this game.
First down and 15 at the 20. Opening series for the Wolverines. Here's the handoff. Donovan Edwards. And Edwards will plow forward. Pick up 5, maybe 6 yards on the play. Gilbo with the tackle offensively for Michigan.
And they just want to make this a street fight. That's what their MO is, Gus. In a lot of ways, their program was built to beat Ohio State. And for them, looking across the field at Texas, it's just another version of Ohio State, which means smash mouth football. They want to get downhill with those offensive linemen. And when they throw it, watch out for number 18, Colston Loveland.
Second down and 9 to the 26. Out of the offset eye, Warren. Hands it off. Edwards. Now the knock on Donovan Edwards. He's so explosive. He's come up with incredible games. But He needs to set his blocks up a little. That's what they're saying. A little impatient defensively for Texas.
Well, they're trying to replace their 2 stars at defensive tackle from a year ago, and they're trying to do it by committee. I think their best player on defense is Anthony Hill, the young linebacker, number 0. He's going to be right in the middle of that run game the entire time.
3rd down and 7 at the 28 for Davis Warren in the Michigan offense. Loveland in motion. He's the target. Warren off his back foot throws that one high and incomplete. And Michigan will have to punt it away.
Last week, Davis Warren was frustrated with his footwork. That's the thing he wanted to clean up from his first start here into his second. And that one, he ended up fading away, not getting enough on that throw, and it sailed over the head of the intended target, Colston Loveland. Not the series that Michigan wanted with their first time on the field.
So Tommy Doman, the punter, he'll send it away from the 14-yard line. Silas Bolden, the deep man. And Bolden lets it take a bounce in front, and Texas will get great field position. A 31-yard punt, and that's where Ewers and the offense will start with great field position for their second series of the game. Big Noon Saturday is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Protect the stuff you love with Renters Insurance. And by AT&T Business, reliability for your business is our business. The only other time these 2 teams have met came in 2005 at the Rose Bowl. Steve Mangum kicked a field goal as time expired to give Texas the win. They would return to the Rose Bowl the following year to win the national championship. Matthew McConaughey, the big-time Texas fan, he was at that one. Texas's opening drive, 13 plays, 51 yards, 6 minutes, no points. First and 10 of the 44. Ewers over the middle. That ball deflected and gobbled up. Helm gets upfield. And Gunnar Helm, great concentration. He'll pick up 22 yards.
Look at Kenneth Grant get his hands on this football, and yet Gunnar Helm, terrific concentration to go from regular catch to the tip drill. Gets it, moves it upfield.
First down at the 34-yard line. And they'll run it straight ahead with Jaden Blue. He'll gain 3.
That's one thing to watch for Quinn Ewers. He has a low delivery, similar to like a Phillip Rivers. And in the semifinal game against Washington, he had several passes batted down late last year. And now already Michigan gets their hands on one football. He needs to be aware of that at least and try to get that ball up over that defensive line.
2nd down and 7 at the 31-yard line. Quick throw and completion for Ewers as he gets it to Matthew Golden, the Houston transfer.
He had to replace so much on the outside from a year ago. All these draft picks, Xavier Worthy, Adonai Mitchell, Jordan Whittington, and they brought in some transfers, Matthew Golden being one of them, Isaiah Bond from Alabama. We've seen them each get targets here early. Silas Bolden comes in. He was Oregon State's leading wide receiver a year ago. So a new core of skill position players around Quinn Ewers, but it has not affected him as of yet here in this ballgame.
3rd down and 2 at the 26. Back-to-back drives. Texas getting deep into Michigan territory. Blue in the pistol. They give it to him straight ahead, and he'll pick up the first down.
Nice job by number 65 there, Jake Majors. He's the center. This is his 43rd start, and that's actually not a good sign. That's Jaden Blue, Gus hobbling off, the running back number 23. He limped off the field on the far side. They're already pretty thin at linebacker. In the fall camp before the season, their starter, C.J. Baxter, went down with an injury that's going to keep him out for the entirety of the season, so they are already thin at running back.
Weisner replaces Blue.
And start on my signal. Thank you.
Thus, there's Trey Wisner. He catches it very well out of the backfield. 6 foot, 200 pounds. They trust Trey Wisner.
First down at the 23-yard line. Quintravion. And I call him Quintravion because his mama,
That's right,
wants him to be called Quintravion. He likes Trey, but Mom likes Quintravion.
Sorry, Mom. I stand corrected. And Quintravion could run up the middle.
Second down and 8 at the 21.
I get sucked into what his teammates call him.
We're going to call him Trey. Mom's going to be mad at us when this one's over.
Oh, man.
And Ewers pulls it down on the move. Touchdown, Texas. Gunnar Helm, the tight end. 21 yards. And Texas having no problems moving the football against the Wolverines.
This is a great route here because he's just going to kind of settle through the middle of the field. And when you watch Gunnar Helm, look at him just kind of settle into the end zone. And then a beautiful job by Quinn Ewers to escape up in the middle of the pocket. Good view here from the ump cam. You see how he just finds himself some room and flips it to the middle of the field. That's a great series right there. Texas doing everything that they want to do. Outside of the one holding call that brought back that third down conversion, they have been really good on offense.
Bert Albert with the extra point, and it's good. So Texas strikes first blood. 6 plays covering 56 yards. Set up after the short punt by Michigan. 7-0, Longhorns on the road. Back after this. Play today's Fox Super 6 free-to-play game. Download the Fox Sports app right now and enter for free for a chance to win your share of $5,000 in weekly cash prizes. Welcome back to Michigan Stadium. Gunnar Helm with a touchdown for Texas. When Ewers poised in the pocket for the Longhorns as their signal caller. Will Stone sends it off. Jordan Marshall, the deep man. Marshall from the 10. And he'll get up to the 26 before being stopped. Davis Warren in the Michigan offense. They'll see if they can get something going when we return. Michigan down. Texas 7-7. Big Noon Saturday is sponsored by Pacific Life, creating financial security for nearly 160 years. And by Boya, well planned, well invested, well protected. Michigan claims 12 national championships won by 6 different coaches, from Fielding Yost in the early 1900s, Jim Harbaugh last year, and Jerome Moore in his first season as the head coach in Michigan wants to add his name to the list of champion coaches here in Ann Arbor. 1st and 10 from the 26 right now. He's got his hands full, hoping that his offense can find a rhythm, especially his quarterback and star running back, Donovan Edwards, who's the pistol back right now. Play fake. Warren wants to throw on the move, and does. And he finds Poston Loveland, who hurdles a man, gets close to that first down marker.
You got to go to a playmaker early because they need something to happen on this series. Got to go to number 18. This team is built to hold the ball, keep the opposing offense off the field. Already Texas has run 18 plays. Ewers already 9 of 12 for 103 yards. Michigan's defense is already getting tired. This series is very important for Davis Warren and the Wolverines to try to sustain the drive.
2nd down and 4 at the 32. Mullings and Edwards in the backfield. And this time they give it to Donovan Edwards, plowing forward. He dives and picks up the first down. Ja'Day Barron grabbed him by his ankle. 5-yard gain. First down, Wolverines. From the 37. Edwards, the pitch back to Warren, looking over the middle, caught, and a first down at the 40-yard line. This time it's C.J. Charleston. The transfer from Youngstown State, a gain of 22.
Beautiful little flea flicker here. Donovan Edwards pitches it back to Davis Warren, and that is a really good throw right down the middle of the field. There's C.J. Charleston. Good route. There's a hole in the middle of the defense, and Warren wasn't looking anywhere but number 5.
First time Michigan has traveled into Texas territory today. First down at the Texas 41. Edwards, lone setback for Davis Warren. Here's the dive, skipping. And is that a difficult thing for backs to do? I remember seeing Le'Veon Bell. He was great with the Steelers during his day. Taking a little hop step before once he got the ball. Let your block set up.
I'll go even more recent. Blake Corum. He was great at it for Michigan. And yeah, I think that's the one thing that Donovan Edwards could take the next step is his patience behind the line of scrimmage. And Gus, it comes into play in particular when those linebackers jump around and they jump into different gaps. That's when Donovan Edwards could hit a big play.
2nd and 7 at the 38. And they'll hand it straight ahead, Donovan Edwards. And partner, that's what you were talking about. He almost popped one. Gain 12 there.
There's the patience, and yes, there was some creativity in the backfield. That was Samaj Morgan on that little reverse fake, and then all of a sudden Donovan Edwards pops through the line of scrimmage, and that little stutter step and patience allows for the vision. Did you see number 33, David Binda? He jumped a gap, and as soon as the linebacker jumps, then the running back can react, and that's what creates the big run.
First down at the Texas 26. Edwards remains in the game. This is his year after being a backup to Blake Corum. He's a senior. They fake the pitch. Warren now dumps it down to the Don, and he'll step out of play. Gain of 2.
Gus, let's go above and beyond. Sponsored by Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above, and we go with Donovan Edwards. You can really call him Big Game Don because you look at what he does in these big matchups going back to last year against Washington and even previous seasons. He's had huge monster games against top 5 opponents, Ohio State, TCU, and Washington. They're going to need that type of performance today out of number 7.
He was bottled up with 27 yards on 11 carries last week. Today, 5 carries, 28 already. 2nd down and 8. At the 24, Mullings in the game. Morgan in motion. And that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. With the score, Texas 7, Michigan with the ball driving, nothing. Back for the start of the second, right after this. Big Noon Saturday is sponsored by AT&T Business. Reliability for your business, our business. 7-0. Texas start the second quarter. 3 versus 10. Michigan with the football at the Texas 24. 2nd down and 8 for Davis Warren, the redshirt junior from Loyola High School in Los Angeles, California. Empty backfield for Warren. Warren to throw it. Guns it. Near side. Ball caught. Tyler Morris tried to make a move. Nothing doing as Gilbo brings him down. 5-yard gain.
I think that you're going to get some 4-down territory here. I think that they're going to feel like they've got 2 to get this. That's why Alex Orji runs on the field. Our first time seeing number 10, Gus.
Alex Orji, 1 for 2, 3 yards last week. Did throw a touchdown. He also carried it 5 times for 32 yards. Most of the time, when he comes in the game, it's to run. 3rd down and 3 at the 19. And he's a Texas boy. And a timeout called by Texas. And our Jenny Taft had a chance to catch up with Coach Sarkisian between quarters.
Well, Coach, Coach, your offense has had a really solid start, especially on third down. How would you evaluate how your team has started this game?
Well, I think we're playing pretty good. You know, we gave up a couple explosives on this drive right now. We need to play some good red zone defense. And offensively, I thought we settled down that second drive. We had some self-inflicted wounds, but we settled down the second drive.
Thanks for the time.
Thanks, Jenny.
All right, Jenny, thank you very much. I don't know if you saw him, Jordan. Did you see Steve Sarkisian walk into the stadium today?
I did.
He was clean.
Yeah.
His wife, L'Oreal, put him together.
I'll tell you, Steve's done a great job at Texas. And this program that he has built there now in his 4th year, they've gotten better every single year, 5-7, 8-5, 12-2.
There he is.
There he is. That's the Blazer right there, rocking the shades. And he has built something really special, but it's not just the record, it's also the culture that he's built and fostered with these young men at Texas. It's been quite impressive to watch from afar.
3rd down and 3 at the 19. Alex Orji gets his first opportunity. And Orji looking to run it and goes nowhere. Texas ready for it. No gain on the play. Vernon Broughton, first man to him, and that brings up 4th down. And Michigan will waste no time. They'll bring on their field goal kicker.
That is a huge win for Texas. There is no doubt about it. And not enough creativity from Michigan on that. They know what number 10 is in the game to do, which is run the football. There's not enough misdirection there. You get a double team that doesn't get any movement, and then a great job by David Benda. Sark loves it, and he knows that they're going to have to run that field goal unit on the field. What a huge win for that Texas defense.
Brings on Dominic Zavada for a 37-yard field goal. He was excellent last week. Got this one up and good. The Michigan players and coaches during the preseason, when they will watch Zavada kick, they will go, Zavada! And that's what he did just then. History in the making. Tom Brady makes his long-awaited debut in the Fox booth with Kevin Burkhardt, Aaron Andrews, and Tom Rinaldi for a can't-miss season opener as Dak Prescott and the Cowboys take on Deshaun Watson and the Browns tomorrow at 4 Eastern only on Fox. Folks, don't forget, stay with us at halftime. Our Joel Klatt, our quarterback, will talk to the quarterback, Tom Brady, at halftime here at the Michigan-Texas game. 7-3, Texas ready to receive. Golden will get a shot from the 5. And Golden will go down close to the 25-yard line. When Ewers off to a great start for the Longhorns.
Yeah, you see the experience pay off. First, he's calm in the pocket when the pocket does not collapse and delivers a great ball down the field to Isaiah Bond. Then he's getting the ball out quickly on some third downs, being efficient with his ball placement, and then watch him navigate the pocket a couple of times. This one, he's going to scamper, move the chains. And on the last series, he finds Gunnar Helm for the touchdown over the middle. His feet have been the X factor so far for the Texas offense. 9 of 12 for 103 and a touchdown.
First down at the 24. Ewers with trouble. Finds his tight end, Gunnar Helm, threw right into the blitzing player. Makari Page with the tackle, 11-yard gain.
I just don't think Wink Martindale, the defensive coordinator for Michigan, is going to sit around and let Quinn Ewers be comfortable. So on this series, I would expect Michigan to be blitzing on almost every snap, trying to add an extra rusher in the face of Quinn Ewers.
First down at the 35. Now Ewers hands it off. Weisner trying to get outside, cuts it back up inside and gets close to a 10-yard gain.
I tell you, what a great run right there. It looked like he was bottled up. Several Michigan players around him, but watch him get the cut over to the left side. It's just a little bounce right there, and then he finds the hole to go north and south.
Gains 9, second and short. First down, Texas. When you look at Quinn Ewers, you just have to think back. We were there. This is the young man that may have derailed Ohio State because many feel that he should be the quarterback in Columbus right now.
Well, he started out there. He was there only for about 3 months. But, boy, he's found a home here.
Wants to throw it over the middle and incomplete. Knocked away and knocked down As Wisner was the target, Makari Page defensively for Michigan.
Boy, he gets away with one right here. I don't think he saw Makari Page, because look, Page is there even before the intended wide receiver, Quintravion Wisner, and there is some contact, but I think because they were both going for a ball, playing the ball, that's why there was no flag there, but certainly some contact before it arrived.
Second down and 10 at midfield for Texas. Empty backfield for Quinn Ewers. Here's Ewers over the middle. Caught. Not enough for first down. It's Gunnar Helm again. Josiah Stewart with the tackle. That's a gain of 6.
It's such a smart play, though, and this is what you get from Steve Sarkisian and an experienced quarterback. What do? You create a more manageable third down. Now, Wink Martindale, the defensive coordinator, is in a bind. Does he really want to sell out and blitz on 3rd and 4? It's a very difficult proposition. You might have to play base defense, and now the feet of Quinn Ewers become an issue.
3rd down and 4 at the 44. Here's Wisner, breaks it inside, and another first down for Texas. Barham with the tackle, back-to-back 6-yard gains.
Here's part of the problem is Martindale is looking out, and he's like, I'm trying to get my guys in different spots, so he's got his best defensive tackle, Mason Graham, lined up as a defensive end. And what does Texas do? Fine. You're going to take the best defensive tackle in college football, put him outside the tackle. We'll run the opposite direction. This is a great chess match playing out, and right now, Steve Sarkisian, he's winning the battle.
First down at the 38. Sarkisian, when asked about Martindale, he said he's unorthodox, and that's a good thing. Here's Ewers. Steps up in the pocket, wants a run, and goes down behind the line of scrimmage. This time, Mason Graham drives him to the ground, no gain. Let's go downstairs to JT.
Well, Gus, Texas has continued to play without running back Jaden Blue right now. He is currently on the sideline. They have retaped his right ankle. He has been in and out of the medical tent. He ran up to the locker room at one point. Right now, he is trying to make sure his body is available. Texas doesn't want to provide a yay or nay, but right now he's trying to stay in it. He wants to be a factor in this one, Gus.
All right, 2nd and 10 at the 38. Wisner remains in. Play fake. Ewers drops it off. Wisner in space. First down and more as he goes out of bounds. As he goes out of bounds inside the Michigan 20. That's an 18-yard gain. Will Johnson with the tackle.
Beautiful job, and this is what Wisner gives you. You fake the ball to the running back. Normally the defense loses the guy that you fake the ball to in the backfield. Wisner is wide open. They lost him, and it's an easy completion for a first down.
From the 20, Ewers, great rhythm now. Incomplete. That was thrown at the feet of Trey Wisner, or as Mama would say, Quintravion.
Texas is doing exactly what they want to do. That was already, 27 snaps in this game. And what's the effect is that Mason Graham, 55 now, not in the game. So they're having to rotate these guys that they're believing can put pressure on the quarterback, and now largely backups in the game up front for Michigan.
Jarrett Gibson, number 9, checks in at running back for Texas. They give it to him straight ahead, all sorts of room, just plowing through the Michigan defense. Another first down. The Wolverines off balance, gain of 11.
I told you those tackles were tired, so they bring in the backups. What does Texas do? Runs right at them. This is personnel driven. This is Sarkisian doing a great job with his play calling. He sees the backups, he goes right to a downhill run.
First down and goal at the 9. Straight ahead, Gibson. And I tell you, this offensive line for Texas. Left tackle, Kelvin Banks. Left guard, Nathan Connors. Center, Jake Major. Right guard, DJ Campbell. Right tackle, Cameron Williams, are firing off the football.
They're doing a great job up front, and that's the experience that you gain. Remember, over 120 starts between them coming in. You've got a 3-year starter at quarterback. Gus, you know what it reminds me a lot of is Michigan's offense a year ago. All that experience up front, that toughness, that nastiness up front, and a quarterback that can both use his legs and arm to hurt the defense as an experienced player.
12th play of the drive. 2nd and goal. Here's a handoff. Gibson turns. Touchdown, Texas. Jarrett Gibson great block from 65, Jake Majors.
I tell you, what a block here. You're going to get Jake Majors, the center, and you're also going to get the guard, Hayden Connor, outside, leading the running back into the end zone, and there's nobody there. Gunnar Helm, terrific block. Michigan is heavily out-leveraged, and Texas just ran the football right down the field. That is going to be a momentum drive for the Longhorns.
Extra point up and good. 12-play drive for the Longhorns, covering 76 yards. They score in 4 minutes and 53 seconds to take a 14-3 lead on the road here in Ann Arbor. Saturday is sponsored by Modelo, now recruiting full-time fans. Please drink responsibly.
Pacific Life Game Summary sponsored by Pacific Life, creating financial security for nearly 160 years. It's been all Texas so far, 14-3 over Michigan. Ewers has been tremendous. He's 12 of 17 for 138 yards so far. They have averaged 6.8 yards per play. Michigan put together their best offensive series, but had to settle for that field goal the last time out.
Well, what an examination for Quinn Ewers going against this Wink Martindale Michigan defense, who is Martindale, the architect of the Ravens defense in the NFL for John Harbaugh. I tell you what, scouts are going to get a lot of interesting film to watch for this young man.
He has done a great job so far. He's been calm. He's navigated the pocket with his feet. But that last series, Gus, it wasn't really about Quinn. It was about those 5 guys up front. How good did they play, just mauling the Michigan defense?
All right, the National Football Foundation honored Michigan Athletic Director Ward Manuel today with the John L. Toner Award and former offensive lineman Steve Hutchinson, who is being inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame. That's our boss right over there on the right side, Eric Shanks, folks. He's the reason that we're here, and he's on the board at the National Football Foundation. First down at the 25. Kalel Mullins in the game at running back. Mullins with some room, not a lot. Gain 5. He's got on Sarah Jenny.
Well, we've briefly discussed, Gus, the incredible story with Davis Warren, and we've mentioned it, but he was diagnosed with leukemia in high school. He credits his desire to play football again as one of the reasons he was able to get through the grueling months of chemo. Now, the word perspective is what he always used when talking to us. He has been through so much. He said, it's hard for me to wake up and have a bad day, but I want to prove to everyone I deserve to be the quarterback at Michigan.
All right, Jenny, thank you. 2nd and 5 at the 30. Here's a handoff to Mullins again. He'll pick up 2.5, maybe 3. Talking to Davis yesterday, it was really interesting to listen to the young man talk about how he would go into an empty room and close his eyes and try to manipulate his bone marrow in his body to heal himself.
Yeah, he said will his marrow to heal himself, which is what the process of chemo then has to do. Listen, the perspective that he has is off the charts, and nothing is going to be overwhelming for him because of what he's been through. But make no mistake about it, this is a must-down for Michigan in this game. It's 14-3. Texas is rolling. Michigan has to stay on the field right here.
Warren to throw it over the middle. Batted and intercepted by the Longhorns. Andrew Makuba, the Clemson transfer. And he's got it. And Texas has the football in Michigan territory.
I love what they did defensively here. Watch all of these defenders, and they're just going to catch. They're just going to catch all the wide receivers. They're not going to get any depth because that's where the first down marker is. So they sit. There's no threat deep. They can sit in those passing lanes. And as Davis Warren is looking, that ball gets just tipped at the line of scrimmage, and then again by the intended wide receiver, Tyler Morris. And that is a terrific play by Makuba, and they are very high on Andrew Makuba, a 3-year starter at Clemson. 31 games he started for the Clemson Tigers. Very experienced player, and it pays off with a huge interception right here.
First down and 10, Texas at the Michigan 37. Play fake. Ewers steps up, swings it out wide and incomplete. That one a little high for Trey Wisener. Michigan bringing pressure again.
Well, the thing that Ewers has to avoid here, because everything is going Texas's way. They are controlling the game. What I would avoid is throwing out to Will Johnson, number 2. He's to the right side, the wide side of the field. Ewers has a tendency, and you saw it right there. When he gets in trouble, he flips it out to his check down, and sometimes he can be a touch careless with that football. If he does it to the wide side, number 2 is going to have a chance for an interception.
Johnson with an 86-yard pick six against Fresno State last week. Here's a sideline throw. Oh, dangerous for the Longhorns as Isaiah Bond was the target. Nair Hill defensively.
And Hill, he's sitting on this route as well. See him sit? He's just sitting. He's trying to bait him into that throw, and it looks like Isaiah Bond and Quinn Ewers were just not on the same page, whether they wanted to hitch it up or go down the sideline.
3rd down and 10 at the 37. Ewers steps up on the move, caught, and a first down. This time it's Matthew Golding for a 21-yard gain.
This is a beautiful job of just finding this seam, and as Ewers just steps up in the pocket, look at him just find that seam, and he's able to get another completion because of his legs.
Quick tempo for Texas. The run, Wisener to the sideline. And Hill there to push him out of play.
These conversions have been massive, Gus, because you just see the fatigue setting in on Michigan, and they're having to rotate those defensive tackles. When they don't have 78 Kenneth Grant and Mason Graham, number 58 or 5 in the game, they are not as stout in the middle of that defense, and that's when Texas will run. So when those two are in the game plan to me is pretty clear. They're going to run outside, throw screens, throw it quickly. Once they come off the field, they'll run it right downhill.
2nd and 8 at the 15. Ewers on the play-action fake. Sideline throw, caught by Helm again. He'll lean forward and get close to that first down marker. Hill with the tackle.
And the theme continues. Ewers doing a masterful job of taking what the defense is giving him right here, going to his 2nd and 3rd read, making sure that he gets completions and maintaining pressure on that defense.
So far, it's the tight end that's been the big factor for the Texas offense. Helm, 6 catches, 76 yards with a long of 22. Last year, his best came in the Red River Shootout when he caught 4 passes for 67 yards. And his first touchdown, 3rd down and short. They need a yard. Straight ahead handoff, first down UT. Gibson.
Good push again by this offensive line. Watch these guys up front. Get off the ball, stay low. Good block on the outside there. That was number 81, Juan Davis. Comes down the edge. This Texas team really doing whatever they want offensively. This has been impressive so far.
1st down and goal at the 5-yard line. Texas up 14-3.
Ball start. Offense, number 56. 5-yard penalty. First down.
That's Cameron Williams, the right tackle.
Boy, that's Cam, I believe, already has 4 penalties on the day. He had the big holding on a 3rd down, and that's, I believe, his 3rd false start so far. He's the only offensive lineman that is not a returning starter. He's a young player that they feel like can be great, elite-level talent, but having to learn this game here early in his career.
Makes it 1st down and goal at the 11. Ewers with the handoff. Michigan ready for him this time. Wisener with the 1-yard gain, tackled by Barham.
Well, if you're Quinn Ewers and even Steve Sarkisian, I would feel like, listen, I've got points in my back pocket, a very experienced kicker. You know, 17-3, a 2-possession lead feels real good over this Michigan team, which quite frankly, for the first 2 weeks, or excuse me, first week and then early in this game, have not shown a lot offensively. So there's no reason to take a risk with the ball unless they love the matchup and look.
2nd down and goal at the 11. Wisener They crossed the line of scrimmage. Page with the tackle. How about this, though? 31 of Texas's 38 plays have been in Michigan territory.
Yeah, this is the exact opposite of the blueprint Michigan normally uses. Last year in their national championship year, they were #1 in field position differential, and that's been totally flipped. Texas is 7 for 8 on 3rd down against Wink Martindale. And this is a big one right here, but again, if you're Ewers, do not put the ball in a precarious spot. I would avoid Will Johnson, #2.
3rd down goal at the 8. Jaden Blue in at running back. Goes in motion out of the backfield. And a timeout call by the Wolverines. 2:50 to play, second quarter. Texas knocking on the door with a 14-3 lead. The Dr. Pepper Tuition Giveaway is back and helping college students chase their dreams. See full rules and enter before September 30th at drpeppertuition.com. 14-3, 2:50 to go. Second quarter, 3rd down and goal at the 8 for the Longhorns. 3rd-ranked team in the nation. Led by maybe the leading Heisman Trophy candidate, Quinn Ewers. Here's Ewers, looking, pumping, dancing, turning, and incomplete.
Smart throw. It's a smart throw. It goes with the theme I was just talking about, right? Why force it when you're playing this well? You don't want to create momentum by not scoring on that drive. And Ewers does the right thing. Everybody is covered, and so he basically just throws it into the ground and saves the field goal opportunity. 17-3 is going to feel real good for Texas with the way that Michigan has played offensively.
Bert Auburn. Last week against Colorado State, he was 1 for 1, 45 yards. This one from 26 yards away. He missed a 43-yarder, and this one is good. 17-3. 2:40 to play. Here in the second, Quinn Ewers continues to lead Texas down the field. Next week, Friday night on Fox, a new era of college football kicks off in primetime with Fox Sports Football Friday, as 20th-ranked Arizona takes on 17th-ranked K-State. It's Fox College Football Friday at 8 Eastern all season long.
Man, that's going to be a great matchup.
I like that little quarterback at K-State.
Yeah, I'd say, what's his name?
Avery Johnson.
Avery Johnson. I always just want to call him Sunshine because that's what they always, that's what they call him. He's got speed, but how about Noah Fafita, the quarterback at Arizona, had an amazing season last year. Went ham week 1 with his brilliant wide receiver, Tedero McMillan. Arizona's the real deal. That's going to be a great matchup on Friday night.
Steve Sarkisian must feel very good on the Texas sideline. His team with the chance to go up 17-3 at halftime. 2:40 to go. Michigan struggling to move the football on offense. Jordan Marshall, the deep man, lets that one go over his head for a touchdown. Combined, Texas and Michigan have played in over 2,500 games, have almost 2,000 wins, and have played in 11 bowl games. But this is just the second meeting all time for these storied programs. The only other time they played was in 2005 at the Rose Bowl. Texas won it 38-37. Every time I think about those games, I just say to myself, be wild.
Oh, man. I say this all the time. Anytime anybody asks me who was the best player I ever played against, my goodness, that guy was good.
Vince Young, 1st and 10 at the 25. Warren with the handoff to Edwards. We get 5.
So as we come closer to this 2-minute timeout, and see if Michigan can get another snap before that 2-minute timeout. The only problem is that in the back of your mind, if you're Sharon Moore, you don't want to give Texas the ball back in this half. You would want to end the half on the field.
2nd and 5 at the 30. Warren, quick release, out to the wide side. Morgan tries to spin, nowhere to go. No gain on the play. Andrew Makubo, who just had an interception with the tackle. That brings us to the 2-minute timeout. Texas with a 17-3 lead. Big Noon Saturday is sponsored by Dell Technology, AI that brings your ideas to life.
10 straight Texas points. They're on top 17-3. Rob Stone here with you on the field. Coming up on the State Farm halftime, Tom Brady live. He's going to preview the Cowboys and the Browns. He'll also talk about his Michigan Wolverines and Matthew McConaughey in the role he was born to play, guys. A college football analyst live on the set with us.
That's great.
Oh, that sounds fun.
That's great.
All right, right?
That's exactly right.
3rd down and 5 at the 30 for the Wolverines. 2 minutes to play, first half. Morgan in motion. Warren over the middle, and it's caught. It's Samaj Morgan as he gets out of bounds. They really want to get him on track.
Yeah, they need to, and they need to get him the ball in creative ways. That was a big 3rd down right there. The last thing that Michigan wanted is to give the ball back to Texas with a chance for more points there. Now, with Michigan getting the ball to start the second half, Gus, this is an opportunity to try to go get points, come back, make adjustments that happen, and get points again early in the 3rd quarter.
First down at the 39. Warren underneath again. Morgan again, and this time he's tackled for a loss. What a great open field tackle by Jalen Gilbo.
And Jalen Gilbo is finally healthy in his career, and you're starting to see that burst and speed. That was a terrific open field tackle, as you said. Gilbo making that one number 3.
2nd down and 12 to the 37. Davis Warren steps into his throw down the field. That one high. He had a wide open receiver in Samaj Morgan.
A little bit of pressure in the pocket, but that is a throw that you got to make. And it's a difficult throw, yes. It's called a layered throw. You've got to layer it over the linebackers in front of the safeties. It doesn't help that Samaj Morgan is only 5'10", but now it brings up a really precarious 3rd down situation.
3rd and 12. And a timeout called by the Wolverines.
Michigan, their second. This is a 30-second timeout.
You know, what Texas has done to Michigan here is that they forced them into a game that Michigan desperately wanted to avoid. Michigan wanted to be the team that was bouncing their formation, using motion, trying to manipulate the eyes of the defense through misdirection. And yet they're having to sit static because they're constantly in heavy passing situations. On the opposite side, Texas is the one, through Steve Sarkisian's creative play calling, that's running away from the big tackles, creativity, motion. Quinn Ewers making great decisions on offense, and then when those tackles come out of the game, they run right downhill. The game plan being executed right now to perfection is on the Texas side, and that's a big reason why they're up 17-3.
3rd down and 12 at the 38. Warren looking for Edwards over the middle. He's got his man. Oh, Colson Loveland dropped the football. And Texas has it. If this stands, it's the 2nd turnover for the Wolverines. Jahdae Barron picked it up. And Texas has the football inside the Michigan 40 with 59 seconds remaining.
Ruling is that he caught it and then fumbled it. So here's the catch. He needs to secure, then have an element of time with it secured. He definitely seems to control that ball and start moving up the field. You know, that secondary move, he looks to his right, starts to move up the field with that ball securely in the left hand. I'm sure that they're going to take an extra look at this, but that's going to be very difficult for them to overturn. There's the ump cam. Beautiful look right there, and it was kind of right in front of him. Real speed, it becomes much more difficult. There's no doubt. In slow motion, it looks like he controls, turns upfield, and then loses control on his own for a fumble.
So Texas with the football. 2 timeouts left. Ewers swings it out. Blue, first down, burst of speed, and he'll go down inside the Michigan 20-yard line. A 23-yard gain. Zeke Berry with the tackle.
Just a designed swing route to the running back, and what a move from Jaden Blue, who was banged up earlier in this first half. Jenny told us he was trying to get back on that field, and how about the move right there, putting Jair Hill in the phone booth.
First down at the 19. Ewers, sideline throw. Golden gets out of bounds, and he's even deeper into Michigan territory, a 9-yard gain.
I'm telling you, this is masterful right now. When Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant are on the field, everything is quick and to the outside, throwing to the backs, throwing quickly to the free access throws on the outside, trying to take advantage of that and get everyone moving quickly. I'd be shocked if this ball again doesn't try to go to the outside.
Second down and 1 at the 10. Handed it off. Blue, first down and more. Inside as he tumbles the Michigan 5. Page with the tackle, 7-yard gain.
I tell you, Jake Majors, 65, is having a game, the center. He is just winning the battle in the middle of these trenches.
First and goal.
And here's a busted play. Texas trying to go quick.
Clock really isn't a factor, which is why I haven't talked about it with those 2 timeouts. Just a busted play as Jaden Blue goes the wrong way. Quinn Ewers tries to get down immediately. Boy, they are in a great position here. All set up by that mistake from the tight end, Colston Loveland. Caught it, dropped it on his own, fumbled the football, and Texas trying to capitalize here with their offense. Boy, Quinn Ewers has been good. Gus, he's 16 of 24 for 202 yards and a touchdown. He has looked completely in control, executing Steve Sarkisian's plan.
Second down and goal at the 6. Colston Loveland. I'd love to have that one back. An interception and a fumble for Michigan. And the Longhorns pay it off with 23 seconds to go in the half. Ewers looking, finds Blue. And Blue chopped down this time by Zeke Berry.
Looks like Blue just had a little stumble. Did you see that? And couldn't quite get to the edge. And there's Zeke Berry filling in for, or trying to replace, I should say, Mikey Sainristil, the all-world nickel. Here's Blue coming out of the backfield, and right there, he kind of stumbles right there, and that's why Berry was able to catch up, get to that outside leg, and get him down to the ground. These backs and their ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is such a weapon, and there's Sarkisian with a timeout running down the sideline. You know how quickly they can attack the edges with those backs out of the backfield, Gus. It has created all sorts of problems for Michigan's defense. You can only do that with a quarterback that really understands what he's looking at and then be able to execute those throws on the outside. You can see the fatigue.
You know who was good at that when he played quarterback?
Who's that?
The guy you're getting ready to interview at halftime, Tom Brady.
He is so good at that.
He was good at that.
James White in the Super Bowl, just dicing them up.
Third down and goal at the 5. 15 seconds to go. Texas in great shape. Quintravion Wiseman in motion. Ewers sprinting out. Squares. Throws. Touchdown, Texas. Matthew Golden.
Right now, rolling to his left. Watch him get his body in a position to throw this ball with pace in the perfect spot. That is arm talent. That's a difficult throw to make on the little comeback to the front pylon of that end zone. Ewers is playing on another level right now, and that is a huge score and a huge turn for Texas here in the last 2 minutes.
Extra point is good. Golden had 2 catches last week. Golden Hat, 2 TD catches last week. And here's one this week.
Well, there's Loveland first. This is what set up the drive. Colston Loveland drops the ball after that catch. That was a 3rd down, trying to get the line to gain. Easily recovered by Jahdae Barron, and then Texas was in business. And how about this? Rolling left. Look at that. Bam. Dime. Front pylon. Touchdown horns. This team is for real.
Texas now with 10 points off 2 Michigan turnovers, an interception and a fumble.
That's what good teams do. They take advantage of those mistakes. And this is why so many of us were so high on Texas to begin the year. This team is versatile. They're fast. They have shown a physical nature, in particular, Gus, on the offensive line. This is, without a doubt, a team that is going to be contending for a national championship.
24-3 our score, 10 seconds to go. Michigan will give it a shot. Marshall. And he goes down with 6 seconds left. The Texas Longhorns making the trip from Austin, Texas, leaving the Big 12 in the new conference now, the SEC. They get a chance to rejoin Texas A&M. Steve Sarkisian came from Alabama to Texas, former head coach at USC. To hang out with Nick Saban in Tuscaloosa, learned a lot, he said, about how to be a head coach from Coach Saban. And at halftime, he's got his Longhorns in the perfect position. 24-3 our score. Don't forget, after the break, join Rob Stone and the guys with the State Farm halftime show. Plus, the GOAT, Tom Brady, joins our quarterback, Joel Klatt, from Cleveland.
Baby, where did these be at when they say they doing all this and all that? Tired of beefing you bums, you can't even pay me enough to react. Been waking up in the crib and sometimes I don't even know where I'm at. Please don't pay that songs in this party, I can't even listen to that. Anytime that I run into somebody, it must be a victory lap. Hey, shawty come sit on my lap. Hey, they saying Tracy just
Big Noon Saturday is sponsored by AT&T Business. Reliability for your business is our business. Welcome back to Ann Arbor. What a score for the Texas Longhorns as they lead the national champions 24-3. Gus Johnson along with my quarterback Joel Klatt, Quinn Ewers.
Yeah.
Texas, they've had all the answers on the road against Michigan.
They've been phenomenal, you know, and it's been everything, right? So it hasn't just been the quarterback has been brilliant. It's that the offensive line has been dominant as well. The game plan has been terrific. Let's take a look at some of our moments from the first half here. Sponsored by AT&T Business. Reliability for your business is our business. You see Ewers, 203 pass yards, 2 touchdowns. And his ability to move in the pocket, get away from that rush, was what created the big plays down the field. This throw was just next level. That's why it's our next level network throw from the first half. Bang, front pylon, there it is. Steve Sarkisian is just loving it. His plan has been tremendous. The ball is out quick. He's taken the game out of the hands of that good defensive line for Michigan. They've run a lot of snaps, 45 snaps, and our first half check-in is sponsored by Allstate. You're in good hands with Allstate. 24-3, 279-88, Gus, on the total yards.
We talked to Wink Martindale, the defensive coordinator in his first year at Michigan, the guru, the OG as he calls himself. And he said that what's going to happen is Texas is going to get all the looks on their computers, their tablets, and they're going to think that they have us, and I'm going to change everything up for the second half.
Well, he better.
He better.
At this point, it's a necessity, and, you know, Texas offensively doesn't look like they're going to be slowed down. Now, on the flip side, the bigger issue for Michigan isn't actually trying to fix what they're doing on the defensive side. It's that they cannot move the football at all. And that Texas defense is a big reason why.
Wolverines will run it back from the 10-yard line, up the sideline, and out of bounds at the 40, but a flag is on the play to start.
During the return, holding. Receiving team number 18, 10-yard penalty, first down.
All right, let's go downstairs to Jenny.
Well, guess what? I can tell you, Texas just walked through Michigan's tunnel with so much energy, so much confidence, music blaring. Coach Sarkisian, as you'd expect, was so pleased with that first half. He told me he loves the balance that the offense has found from Quinn Ewers, from the running backs, and likes that his defense has been continuing to limit those explosive plays. Sharon Moore telling me we need to get back to the basics. The message was do the little things right. Davis Warren needs to play his game to stay in this one.
First down at the 18-yard line. Mullings runs into a pile, pushes it forward, and picks up a few.
Well, this adjustment at half for Michigan's offense is going to have to be a complete adjustment, and you almost have to throw your game plan out and start totally new. It's easier this year than it's ever been, Gus, and as you were mentioning, those tablets, being able to watch the video in the locker room at halftime and try to see what the structures are. The problem is that Texas is not doing anything that's all that exotic on the defensive side. They're just winning the one-on-one battles.
Second down and 6 at the 22-yard line. Mullings again, breaking through, and a first down.
Mullings is the bruiser, right? He's not the guy that has the home run ability that a Donovan Edwards would have, but he's going to go in there and try to punish and gain those tough yards. He's a big back. He's 6'2", 233 pounds. And now for the second time today, Gus, we'll have a new quarterback. This is Alex Orji in the ball game, number 10.
Orji gives it to Mullings. He stretches it out wide, tries to spin, and a nice open field tackle by Andrew Makuma. And we've mentioned his name all day. Got an interception earlier.
Look at the closing speed out here as he comes down from that safety position and just runs what is called the hole. And he fills it perfectly from inside out, taking away the legs of Mullings. That's a player that's played a lot of football, just hasn't been in a Texas uniform. Transfers from Texas and an immediate impact guy.
Transfers from Clemson.
I'm sorry, excuse me.
Second and 7 at the 32. Mullings remains in the game. No Donovan Edwards yet. Mullings straight ahead carry. That'll bring up third down and 4 after a 3-yard gain. Anthony Hill Jr. with the tackle.
Oh, this is where they really struggled in that first half. They were 1 of 5. Davis Warren right now 8 of 11. Only one of those down the field though. So just 49 yards.
Sharon Moore not calling the plays this year.
That's Kirk Campbell, who is now their offensive play caller, was the quarterback coach a year ago.
Third down and 4 at the 35. Tyler Morris lining up in the backfield. Now they switch Mullings back. Davis Warren. Incomplete. And Michigan will have to punt it away. Samaj Morgan the target.
And again, just sloppy in the passing game. You know, Davis Warren is expecting right there Samaj Morgan to be running inside. The problem is it's zone defense. There's nowhere to run. You only run against man. So he's settling down on the outside, Morgan is, and correctly so. And Davis Warren didn't recognize the coverage, tries to lead him inside, and it becomes an incompletion.
Tommy Doman will punt from the 21. Silas Bolden, the deep man for Texas, at his own 20. Bolden comes up to field it, and it's fair caught at the 30. 37-yard punt, 24-3 Texas. Their defense gets off the field quickly, and now the Texas offense led by Quinn Ewers back on the field here in Ann Arbor. (24-3), Texas on top of Michigan Now, Michigan and Texas have followed a similar path since winning their national titles in '97 and 2005. Their championship-winning coaches had to resign when the program started to decline, and both schools had to fire 2 other coaches before landing on Jim Harbaugh and Steve Sarkisian. Michigan found redemption when it won the championship last year. Texas is back in contention after making the playoffs. First down and 10 of 29 for Ewers and the Texas offense. They run it on first down with Jaden Blue, no gain. Looks like he may have slipped or tripped in the backfield.
There was a hole there. Makari Page 7, the safety. He was trying to fly up from deep, but there was a hole there.
Second down and long. Ewers rolling, throws, caught, first down. Isaiah Bond. 11-yard gain.
This is the type of day it's been for Michigan's defense. Just watch this. They feel like they're going to have guys in the face of Ewers, and then they run into each other. Watch this, bang. You know, that's when you just feel like it's not your day. And then it's an easy completion on the outside in front of an off corner.
First down at the 41-yard line. Ewers, another quick strike, but Michigan ready for the play. Matthew Golden wrapped up and taken down. This time it's Hill. That's a loss of 1.
They've gotten some negative plays here and there. We've seen Texas behind the chains. The issue is that 8 of 10 for third down conversions. That's what the Texas Longhorns were in the first half.
Second and 11 at the 40. Here's a reverse. Michigan jumps on top of Jaden Blue quickly. Derek Moore with the stop.
Let's see what type of pressure, what type of changeup Wink Martindale hooked up at defense at halftime. He said he was going to change things up at half. This was pre-planned. Nothing went well in the first, but here we go. And now again, you got everybody up near the line of scrimmage. They're showing everybody blitzing.
Third down and 10 at the 41. Ewers has had answers for the blitz today for Texas. Ewers. And he'll just dump it. This time, Michigan ready for Quinn Ewers, and the Longhorns have to punt it away. Ernest Hausman with pressure.
Well, there's the blitz that they needed. So they come straight up the gut on the right side. This is Hausman. He's going to come straight on the gut, and then they're trying to loop around with the other backer, Barrow, and they're able to get guys in the face of Quinn Ewers, and Ewers, all he has to do, all he can do is just throw it right at the ground next to his running back, and Wink Martindale gets off the field on third down.
Samaj Morgan back deep at the 15. Michael Kern ready to send it away at the 27. Morgan on the move. Breaks it inside, and Samaj Morgan goes down to 25. 42-yard punt, 6-yard return. Michael Tapp with a tackle on special teams. Let's see if the Wolverines can get something going on offense after this. Big Noon Saturday is sponsored by Discover, the official credit card of the Big Ten Conference. Welcome back, 24-3 Texas. Longhorns making a statement coming into Ann Arbor and manhandling the defending national champions. Michigan just totally unable to get anything going offensively today. First down and 10 at the 25 for the Wolverines. Donovan Edwards in the game at running back. Warren over the middle and incomplete. Tyler Morris couldn't hang on, that ball in traffic. Ends up second and 10. Barron defensively for Texas.
Couple of things going on right now. Number one, Texas is an elite team that's going to contend for a national title. The other side of this is Michigan's trying to break in all new players up front. You had 187 starts combined leave this program, and now replacing them with a transfer and drop Josh Freed, Miles Hinton, who got some starts, and a lot of young players. up front on this Michigan offensive line.
Michigan with 10 total yards today. Davis Warren underneath Loveland. Has that one knocked out of his hands and incomplete. Makuba again.
The addition of Makuba has changed the secondary. Last year, the pass defense for Texas just was not up to par. They were great in the red zone. They were great on third down. They were great against the run. And then versus the pass, they were 116th in the country. Look at them sit and react, knowing that they wanted to throw it to their best target, Colston Loveland.
Third down and 10 at the 25. Here's Warren scrambling. Stops, looks, delivers. Oh, in traffic and caught by Loveland. Great improvisation by Davis Warren, a 25-yard gain.
I tell you what, that was an incredible catch from Loveland. Obviously, Davis Warren just trying to extend the play, stay alive, and he kept himself in bounds. So as he's running over to his right side, there's nowhere to go with the ball. And then watch Loveland. He takes off down the field. After stepping out, comes right back in, and then there he makes the catch.
All right, we'll step away. Player down. Michigan with a nice completion. Here's today's Aflac Trivia question, sponsored by Aflac. Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover with Aflac. Who is the only head coach to take over after a national championship season and go on to win another title with that team? Oh, that's an easy one. He works for us at Fox. He's been here since 1994. In the studio, he's got great hair. First down and 10 at the 49. Warren steps up, wants to run it, and it'll go down as he crosses the 50. David Bender with the tackle. Here's that guy.
I mean, great, not just great hair, impeccable hair.
And he still has great hair.
Oh, man, that's the truth. Boy, those teams at Miami were just incredible. And then, obviously, Dennis Erickson came in and followed that up. And that era of Miami football was dominant. And that's what Sharon Moore is charged with doing, taking over for Jim Harbaugh as he exited to the NFL, to the Los Angeles Chargers, and now Sharon Moore here at Michigan.
Benjamin Hall comes in at running back, redshirt freshman for the Wolverines. He'll get to carry it on first down. Nice cut. And make it second down. Nice cut. And a 9-yard gain.
Good stutter step in the backfield from the young running back Benjamin Hall. Right here, he looks over to the left. There's a nice jump cut. And then he's able to get upfield and move the chains. And Michigan, after that third down, conversion to Colston Loveland, moving the chains a little here.
First down at the Texas 38. All again. Five-yard pickup.
You know, Gus, I've been impressed with this defensive line for Texas, and this was a big question mark for them. Obviously replacing Devondre Sweat and Byron Murphy. They were doing that with a couple of veteran guys, Alfred Collins, Vernon Broughton, number 45, and then they brought in 3 transfers, Bill Norton from Arizona, Lole from Louisville, and Savea from Arizona, to help with the depth and size up front. But those guys in a rotation have played well today.
Second down and 5 at the 33-yard line. Hall trying to follow his blocks. Texas ready for it, though. And he'll go down right in front of the line of scrimmage. Ethan Burke, first man junior.
And what that defensive line has allowed Texas to do is play in what I would consider to be kind of third and medium or obvious. Obvious meaning obvious passing situation. And Michigan has really struggled on third down. They're only 2 of 7. Sark's guys have done a good job of getting off the field in this situation.
Third down and 5 from the 33. Michigan trying to run it up the gut. No luck. Alex Orji loses a yard. And the fans not really happy with the play selection right now.
Well, the problem is that they're 90% run with Alex Orji in the game. And right here, he's trying to get the stretch read. And the defensive end on that side, who happens to be the linebacker, Anthony Hill, he didn't get any wet. That ball needs to be handed off right there. Alex Orji pressing a little bit, makes the wrong read, goes upfield, gets tackled, and they've got to kick a field goal.
So Michigan will settle for a field goal. Zaveda from 52 yards. This kid is terrific. Zaveda. 24-6. Michigan will settle for the 3. 5:28 to go in the third. Big Noon Saturday is sponsored by Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try and decide. Texas has won 4 national titles, their last coming in 2005, and the first was just over 60 years ago in '63. It was Darrell K. Royal, 7th season, and they beat Roger Staubach and Navy in the Cotton Bowl to finish undefeated. And one thing you have to say about this Michigan team, defending national champions, they lost everybody, but they're taking on a Texas team that could win the national championship.
No question. They're veteran in the right spots. They have supplemented in the transfer portal in the areas that they needed to shore up, namely bringing in some wide receivers, defensive linemen, a couple of players in the secondary. You know, this Texas team, we came into this season, Gus, thinking that there was 2 top teams, Georgia and Ohio State. I think that there's a pretty clear top 3.
All right, next Saturday, started strong with Big Noon kickoff. Jalen Milroe and 4th-ranked Alabama take on Wisconsin in the huge SEC Big Ten clash. It all starts at 10 a.m. with Big Noon kickoff live from Madison, Wisconsin. Then it's Alabama, Wisconsin at noon on Fox.
And then the team that you would argue like, well, they could enter that fray as well is the Crimson Tide. You know, so
we will see as this season progresses. Ewers floats one down the field and incomplete. But when you look at Texas, you kind of think that the Longhorns could follow the same path that the Wolverines followed last year. Prior to winning the championship, Michigan got to the playoff a couple of times. Lost to Georgia and TCU, and last year they finally paid it off. Texas getting to the playoff last year, losing. Maybe this is the year they pay it.
Yeah, the process like that, and that's, you know what, that's throughout history. You see teams get close and then capitalize in the subsequent years. That very much could be the case for Texas. They're a team on a mission.
Wisner, flag on the play. As Hausman was there.
There is a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal shift. Offense, number 1 and 85. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
All right, Bijan Robinson, this kid cut the mustard now with the Atlanta Hawks. We're witnessing a team that is the future of college football. Look at horns and boys that ran out of gas before it started. The Michigan boys, rather.
Bijan, first of all, you're doing a great job, man. Love seeing your success in the NFL, and you're exactly right.
Ewers over the middle underneath a tight end again. Gunnar Helm has been the difference. We came into this game talking about Holston Loveland, but it's the Texas tight end.
Yeah, and the deal is, watch the timing of this play. Watch Ewers as he comes out of this. There's a quick play fake, and then ball is out right away, and it's right out in front of the tight end. So timing plus ball placement equals yards after the catch. They're doing everything right. They're executing everything properly like a great team should.
7 catches, 98 yards, and a touchdown for Helm. His career high in catches. Here's the reverse. And it's Wingo still running. Ryan Wingo down inside the 5. 56 yards. Will Johnson with the saving tackle.
Ryan Wingo is one of the young stars for this Texas team, a 5-star guy that comes in at wide receiver, and watch the speed as he gets the ball, and then he sees that green turf and he is gone. Beautiful job. That guy can run.
First and goal at the 3-yard line. And Ewers takes a knee. Looks like it may have been a busted play, not sure. But Ewers got hit as he went to his knee. And now some pushing and shoving going on. The Texas offensive line did not like Michigan taking that shot at their quarterback. Kenneth Grant gave him a nudge.
Yeah, and
that's 78. Kelvin Banks Jr. He's upset.
There's Cameron Brown, 91. There's the knee. Play is over, and then Brant, 91, takes the shot. And then look at these linemen. They are immediately in there to protect their guy. Gives himself up. Now Brant goes in. There's the hit. Clearly late, and the offensive linemen are having none of it. And they immediately go in to protect their
After the
guy.
play, there's unsportsmanlike conduct fouls on both teams. Offense number 52, his first, and defense number 78. Fouls offset, and the down counts. Second down.
What I'm surprised about is that there was no flag thrown for the late hit. Cameron Brant got away with that. That's clearly late. They need to protect Ewers in a better fashion right there. But I love that from the offensive line, Gus. Those guys, if I'm Steve Sarkisian, DJ Campbell just got a personal foul. You know what I say when he comes off the field?
Good job.
That a boy. You protect our guy. That's the mentality and the culture that you need to win a championship. And you saw it manifest right there on the field.
So offsetting penalties. Second down and goal at the 8. Play fake. Ewers rolling out. Throws on the move, incomplete. Weisner, closest man to the football. Saw that little scrub there, number 78, Kelvin Banks Jr.
Looked like that ball was a little short. Live. Oh, boy, that was an incredible catch from Quintravion Weisner. Kind of picking it off the turf.
Weisner goes to the sideline. Third down and goal at the 7. Ewers swings it out. Near side, Blue. Touchdown, Texas. Jaden Blue. How simple can it get for the Longhorns? And they are whooping up on the defending national champions.
Nobody goes with Blue. Watch the defense. Nobody reacts. And so at the snap, they're totally out-leveraged on the outside. Ewers just steps back. 1-2, ball out. It's right on his face, so he can run through that pass. It's accurate, and he beats everyone to the pylon. Michigan standing still, not aligned properly. Texas takes advantage. Beautiful play.
6 plays covering 75 yards. Longhorns score in 2 minutes and 49 seconds, and there was one pundit, a former coach, Rick Neuheisel, that said it earlier this week, that the Longhorns were going to come in and whoop up on the Wolverines, and that's exactly what's happening right now. Let's go downstairs to Jenny.
Well, we know a lot of great running backs have come before Jaden Blue. We saw that tweet from Bijan just now, but I had a great conversation with Blue this week, and he told me there's actually a picture that he looks at every day. It's hanging on his mirror. It's on his phone. It's a reminder of where he's trying to go and who has already gone before him. Now, he is super close with all of these guys. Keelan Robinson, Roschon Johnson, Jonathan Brooks, and, of course, Bijan. They are watching. They're offering support, and Blue told me, look, my goal is to help Texas go as far as we can, but then my next goal, get to the league, do it for my family. He said, they did it before me, they showed me how to do it, and I plan to get there.
He's on his way. I tell you what, Jaden Blue having a heck of a game, and he needs to, because that's what Sark's teams always have. You think all the way back to his days at Washington, he's had a great back.
And here come the Wolverines. Marshall. It'll crawl forward to get up to the 33, maybe the 34-yard line.
Gus, think about it. Bishop Sankey, remember all the way back to Washington days.
I remember Bishop Sankey.
Yeah, good back, really good. Najee Harris at Alabama when he was the coordinator. Bijan and Jonathan Brooks here at Texas. Like, they are going to run the ball well. and they're going to feature a running back, and they've got to have that back catch it well out of the backfield, and that's exactly what Blue has done today and will be asked to do the rest of the season for them.
Ricky Williams, Earl Campbell, a couple of good Bobby Lane, Tommy Novus, just the greatest players that you'll hear in college football coming out of the University of Texas. And this ball is intercepted. Wow. Derek Williams Jr. adding insult to injury.
And it's another case of Davis Warren not being on the same page with his wide receivers. Matt Leinart talked about this in the pregame show. He was worried about the lack of development reps for a guy like Davis Warren. When you're having to share those reps with Alex Orji in the preseason, the fact that he's so inexperienced, has not played much football, dating back to really 2018, Gus. And they're not recognizing the coverage, or at least not being on the same page with Colston Loveland. It's a read route with the tight end, and it winds up right in the wheelhouse of Derek Williams, and Texas is rolling.
Third turnover for Michigan. 2 interceptions and a fumble. Trailing 31-6. Texas with the football. As Ewers keep it on the ground with Jaden Blue. Kenneth Grant with the tackle, a 2-yard gain.
Every turnover, get their hands on a football on defense, they put it on the sword. They got 3 of them today. They got 3 stakes on that sword.
Second down and 8 at the 46. Near side. And they'll go out of bounds this time. It's Matthew Golden. Just so much balance on this Texas team.
Yes.
Short passes, deep shots, running game. Combination of everything.
Sark wanted to build a team that was versatile. You know, he looks at the top of college football and he says to himself, what do I need to go win a national championship? Well, I might need to win 45-42. I might need to win 13-10. So he wants to build a team that can get in a slugfest and win, and get in a shootout and win. And he seems to have that.
Third down and 5 at the 43. And Michigan will stop the Texas offense for a loss. Josiah Stewart getting into the backfield.
This Michigan team, you can tell they're shell-shocked. They have not experienced this in any recent memory. You think that last time they were handled like this on a football field was the playoff all the way back to 2021, Gus, when they finally capitalized, beat Ohio State, and then Georgia really handled them, and I believe that was an Orange Bowl. And since then, this team has been dominant. They have owned the Big Ten. They have owned teams here at the Big House. This is totally foreign territory for the Wolverines.
Delay game, kicking team, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Meanwhile, we know what the non-conference win last year in Tuscaloosa meant for Texas. That was huge for them in terms of a belief and a confidence element going into what would become a playoff run. And this is only going to increase that confidence.
Michael Kern from the 35. Tyler Morris at the 10. A 40-yard punt. Today on Fox, we've got some great college football coming your way. Coming up next, Baylor takes on Cam Rising. And 11th ranked Utah. Then Todd Brooks from Texas Tech. Battle Washington State at 10 Eastern time. It all kicks off later this afternoon on Fox.
I'm excited to see that Utah team. You know, Cam Rising
is going to win the Big 12.
Yeah, I think that they've got a quarterback that can do it. He's in his, I believe, officially his 81st year of college football.
Cam Rising.
Cam Rising. He had a big week 1, 5 touchdowns against Southern Utah.
He's actually older than you, Jay.
Yeah, I think we were in the same recruiting class.
Here's a run for Donovan Edwards. Not a lot of holes for the Don today. It's a gain of 6.
You know, for Cam, it'd be icing on the cake if he just gave us like a classic college football, like, I'm a man, I'm 40.
Coach Gundy at Oklahoma State.
That's right.
2nd and 4 at the 16. 7 seconds remaining. Could take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. And it will. End of the 3rd, UT. All smiles, 31-6. Different story for the Wolverines. We've got to see if they can figure some things out heading into this 4th quarter. Big Noon Saturday is sponsored by AT&T Business. Reliability for your business is our business. Start of the 4th quarter. Texas. 17 in the 2nd. Another touchdown in the 3rd. 31-6. They forced 3 turnovers, 2 interceptions, and a fumble. 2nd down and 4 for the Wolverines. At the 16. Edwards. Every yard just hard to come by for this Michigan team.
They've taken the game plan totally away from Michigan. Michigan wanted to. Kirk Campbell, the offensive coordinator, talked to me about how they wanted to be creative, move around, bounce, shift, motion. Gus, we haven't seen much of that because they've just been constantly under the microscope. This Texas defense doing a fantastic job forcing them into 3rd down situations. There's no rhythm for Michigan offensively.
Michigan, a team that prides himself on running the football. Texas is without those 2 top draft picks. Byron Murphy, 1st round, Seattle. T'Vondre Sweat, 2nd round, Tennessee Titans. But this Longhorn team has not missed a beat in terms of stopping the run.
Previous play is under further review for potential targeting.
Oh, jeez.
Next week, Texas has the University of Texas San Antonio at home. Let's see who this targeting penalty will be against.
Yeah, I didn't see much. I mean, they're trying to say 18. Leonga
Lafau,
sophomore from Hawaii.
Leonga Lafau.
So I think they're looking at that initiating contact with the crown. The 6 inches right on top of your helmet. It doesn't matter if the player is defenseless or anything. If you initiate contact forcibly with the crown of your helmet, which is the 6 inches right on top, not forehead, but right on top.
Our rules analyst, Dean Blandino, joins us. Dean, your thoughts?
It's exactly what they're looking at. There is contact with the crown, but is there an indicator? Is he truly attacking? To me, he's coming in, he's trying to get low. He's reaching, trying to wrap. I just don't see this as truly attacking. Yes, there's contact with the crown. I don't know, to me, that I can confirm all elements. I think this, again, is a good... The back is getting low, the defender's getting low. They're just trying to gain that leverage. I don't see this as targeting.
Yeah, Dean, I agree with you, and this is one of those things that it just... You know, I would love in college football, across conferences, in these reviews, to err on the side of keeping players in the game that are trying
After review,
to do
there
it
is no foul for targeting on the play. It's 3rd down.
Good.
Dean, thank you very much for joining us. We will check in with you later if need be. So no targeting call.
This defense has been physical. The foul able to stay in the game, number 18. And Gus, they've been big up front, physical at the point of attack. And then that secondary with Makuba, they have been really good.
3rd and 2 for the Wolverines. At the 18-yard line. Davis Warren underneath, and it's caught for 1st down. Colston Loveland.
I think Texas knows exactly who they are, and I think they know exactly how good they are. The question now in the next 13-plus minutes of game time, I think is going to be like, who's Michigan?
Who is Michigan?
You know, like what are they going to give us offensively? Is this just going to be a Davis Warren offense? So is it going to be like a 2015-16 Michigan team with Jake Rudock or Wilton Spate? You know, are they going to try to incorporate Alex Orji more into this game plan?
First down. Warren throwing across his body. That ball deflected in the air. Loveland picks it up and is lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage and maybe a yard.
And what you're starting to see just play out in spades right now is they don't trust anybody outside of Colston Loveland to throw the ball to. You know, Loveland now has 5 targets. Samaj Morgan has 3, but a lot of those, 5 targets. Morgan, a lot of those are at or near the line of scrimmage. So who's going to be the downfield threat? Roman Wilson was such a threat last year for this Wolverines team, and they don't have that right now.
2nd and 9. And Davis Warren decides to run it. And we'll get close to the first down. About a yard short. Maurice Blackwell Jr. with the tackle. And a flag on the play.
Holding, offense number 56, 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Dominic Jadis, center. There's the hold, pretty clear. I tell you, when you do it right in front of the umpire, he just doesn't have any choice but to put that laundry on the ground.
Penalty moves the ball to the 14.
Jadis is a guy that they were praising yesterday in our meetings. Worked into a Michigan man, they've said, but
he worked himself into the starting lineup for his first career start last week against Fresno. 2nd down and 19. Warren. Incomplete. Intended for Kendrick Bell. Ronnie Bell's younger brother, former Michigan wide receiver out of Kansas City. Oh, they say he caught it. Excuse me. My eyes failed me for a moment.
It was close going down to the ground, and yeah, that's right. Ronnie's brother here on the outside. I actually think this is the guy that they need to start to feature or get him going on the outside. If they're going to be successful throwing the ball, it can't just be Colston Loveland. The speed and size of Kendrick Bell at 6'2" has got to emerge here during the course of this season.
3rd down and 11. In traffic, Loveland. Michael Taft defensively for Texas. It's up 4th down and 4. Michigan looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field. Wolverines going for it on 4th down and 4 at their own 28. Throwing caution to the wind here. Warren under pressure over the middle and caught. Nice throw by Warren as Tyler Morris makes the grab and gains 12 on 4th and 4.
Oh my goodness, watch him backpedal right here. And I didn't think there was any chance of him getting this ball away, and he's able to right before the blitz arrives. He just throws it over the linebacker, and then bang, there's Tyler Morris running through the ball.
1st down and 10 at the 40 over the middle. Loveland again. 16-yard pickup.
Listen, there's some flashes there. You know, Davis Warren has given us some flashes. There's just been nothing sustained from this offense so far. But a quality 4th down throw, standing in that pocket, a little back pedal, gets it over to Tyler Morris, and then a beautiful throw down the seam.
1st down at the 44. Warren steps up in the pocket, in trouble, and is sacked. Texas getting around the corner. Colin Simmons in the backfield, loss of 2 yards.
Oh, Colin Simmons. Here's a young player that is very good, and he is quick. Here he comes around that left side, and he just beats the tackle, Evan Link. Colin Simmons is a true freshman. He's a 5-star player. He was in the top 30 overall in the country. Played 11 snaps last week. As the season goes on, watch for number 11 to be an impact guy.
2nd down and 12. First sack of the day for Texas. Over the middle, that ball deflected at the line of scrimmage and incomplete. Tyler Morris was the target, but a Longhorn got a hand on it.
Good push up the middle. Well, Michigan's trying to be aggressive there, but good push up the middle. And it brings up another opportunity for a pass rush. There's that tip. Nice job. That was Alfred Collins in there. Very motivated this year to be great. Felt like he learned a lot from Devondre Sweat.
3rd and 12. And a timeout called by the Longhorns.
Timeout, Texas. They're first.
We'll take a break.
This will be a full
Texas
timeout.
with a 31-6 lead. Back after this. Big Noon Saturday is sponsored by Pacific Life, creating financial security for nearly 160 years.
And our Pack Life game summary, sponsored by Pacific Life, creating financial security for nearly 160 years. Is a lot of Texas. Quinn Ewers, he's been brilliant today. 3 touchdowns through the air. And that defense, they came to play. Andrew Makuba, 3 tackles, an interception. He's been tremendous in the secondary for these Longhorns, and they have clearly stated their case to be one of the best teams in the country. And this is a team that everyone's going to have to deal with if they want to win the national championship.
3rd down and 12 at the 46. Kalel Mullings in at running back for Michigan. Davis Ward, quick throw this time. For completion, and it's Colston Loveland again. Gain of 6. Barron with the tackle.
We saw that play on a previous 3rd and long in this series, and they know they're going for it on 4th down, so all they're trying to do is give themselves a more manageable 4th down with that short completion. And they've, I'm sure, talked about this play call in that last timeout break.
4th down and 6 at the 40.
Looks like they're trying to give the illusion of pressure. I just don't know if it's coming or not. There it comes.
Warren in trouble. Warren lost it. Incomplete. Texas bringing the pressure you talked about, partner. Incomplete pass. Michigan turns it over on downs. 8:25 to play in the 4th. All Texas.
Tomorrow, the Fox NFL Sunday crew kicks off another great season. You'll see sit-downs with Dak Prescott and number 1 pick Caleb Williams before his first NFL game. And if you want more stars, Brad Pitt, Dave Bautista, and the debut of Tom Brady on Fox. It all starts at noon Eastern.
We're excited here at Fox for the debut of the NFL, and also for Tom Brady's debut. You had a chance to talk to him. What did TB have to say?
Well, he's getting ready, you can tell. Listen, no one would know this, but Gus, he's worked really hard over the last couple of years to get himself ready to do this. It's something I know it's rich coming from you and I, but this is not easy to do, to just get thrown in, and do a broadcast of that level. And he's put in a lot of hard work. I can't wait to watch it because, as you know, a lot of times these games are viewed through the analyst's eyes. We set the storylines and so far, at least the football. I'm excited to watch the game of football through Tom Brady's eyes. That's what I'm excited about.
Well, he's really lucky. He's got Kevin Burkhardt as his partner.
Speaking of lucky, I'm lucky.
Well, that is true.
And then we're lucky because of Jenny.
Because of Jenny.
That's
exactly
right. That's right. I wasn't going to say our director, of course.
On 2nd down and 8. Here's Gibson. Close to a first down. I think Tom is going to be fine. Just take some time. Rome wasn't built in a day. Me and you have been working together for 10 years. And Tom, when I inherited this guy, I tell you.
I was just trying to be the clay.
We'll be fine. We'll be fun. Right now for Texas, it's fine and it's fun. This is where they want to be. 31-6 on the road against the defending national champion. Michigan Wolverines going to walk in the park for the Longhorns. 3rd and 1 at midfield. Gibson, first down.
Man, I tell you, I mean, this is not, I understand Michigan is trying to replace, well, like everybody. But this is a program, Gus, that was 41-3 since the start of 2021. They had a 23-game home win streak. They just went 15-0 and won the national championship. And Texas has come in here and just absolutely handled them. And that O-line, man, that Texas O-line, they are as good as anybody in the country.
Ewers over the middle, off balance, makes the completion. As Jonte Cook found a seam and a first down, a gain of 20.
This is a flag down late.
Down.
Let's go downstairs to Jen.
Well, Gus, I got a great story for you with Calvin Banks Jr. Now, he has started every game since his freshman year. And when new players come into this Texas program, Sark likes to say, be like Calvin. Now, Gus, he has been playing for the last couple years for his mom, Monica. She's dealt with a variety of health issues. She's finally in a good place. She was able to attend their game at Texas last week. But good news, Big Calvin, Dad is here. He didn't want to miss him at the big house. Now, Calvin Banks Jr. said at times it was hard to talk about the struggles his mom was going through, but he said, I get my toughness from Mom Monica. You know, she's watching proud today.
Oh, I know she and Dad are very proud of KB because what they told me before the game, Calvin Banks Jr., the left tackle, who Jenny just talked about, has a chance to be a first-round pick on the offensive line for Texas, and he will be the first-round pick for Texas if this happens since 2002 when Mike Williams was drafted in the first round, another left tackle.
And that's largely been why they've been able to return to the top of college football, is that they have started to return to that place where they're having draft picks every year off the offense. It was a long time between them having draft picks on the offensive side. Last year, all those skill position guys got drafted, and we're going to see a bunch of these linemen drafted this spring.
Texas had 11 players selected in the 2024 NFL Draft. Byron Murphy, 16 overall to the Seahawks. Xavier Worthy, 28th overall to the Chiefs. Devondre Sweat, 2nd round Titans. Jonathan Brooks, 2nd round Panthers. And the list goes on.
Yeah, and Sark has built this type of program that we see in places like Alabama, in Ohio State, Georgia, where they can lose players like that and then immediately still be great.
That ball deflected, incomplete. And we go all the way back with Sark when he was at USC as a head coach.
Yeah, see, I covered some of those games when he was at Washington.
And I did too. Learned a lot.
Yeah.
Went through a lot. But had a chance to get reset when he went to Alabama and coached under Nick Saban.
He talks about that as just like the area where he got to almost have a rebirth. And when he got to Texas, he understood that he wanted to do two things. And one was be vulnerable and authentic with his players to create a vulnerable and authentic culture in which they cared about each other. And then the next thing he wanted to do is have a run after he was 50, similar to his mentors. 31-6. Looks like that run is just starting for Steve Sarkisian.
Into this game as Matthew McConaughey, Oscar award-winning actor and big-time Texas Longhorn alum and fan, watches. But it's been all Texas from the very beginning. Longhorns playing a complete game on the road this afternoon. While inclined with the reception for Michigan, game 7.
I I would be remiss if I didn't talk about the culture at Texas. I just referenced it, when talking about Sark. Gus, when I talk to the players, when I'm around the facility, I went down this spring to do an interview with Sark. These guys do two things that all great teams do. Number one, they love each other. And number two, they love to work.
Warren, sideline throw. And they say it's a catch. Peyton O'Leary, redshirt junior. Got a foot in bounds, a gain of 22.
This is a nice throw here from Davis Warren. Good adjustment there. Gets that left foot down before he goes out of bounds.
First down at the 49. Benjamin Hall in the game. Davis Warren steps up in the pocket. Across his body, dangerous throw, and it's caught. This time, a flag on the play. Incomplete. Looked like he had it, couldn't hold on. In traffic.
Rolling on the field was a completed pass and a fumble recovered by Texas. First down.
Oh, wow. Certainly. Gus, your instincts were right at the beginning here, right here. There's the catch and then immediately the contact.
Got to make a football move, right?
Yeah, I don't know about that. That was slow-mo, obviously. There's real speed. No, that's an incompletion. Beautiful play by the secondary there. Frederick Moore here, he doesn't even get that second step down. He doesn't have an opportunity to turn, but that's just the nature of the closing speed of Makuba. He's been all over the place. Andrew Makuba has been phenomenal. There's 1 foot and...
Of a completed pass and fumbles under further review.
I really am impressed with this Texas defense. We've been calling Texas Longhorns Big 12 games. I have for the last 14 years. Me and you as a team for the last 10. And to be honest with you, it wouldn't be a surprise when Texas would give up 40 and still win.
I completely agree. And
to see them playing defense the way they're playing now, it's pretty amazing.
We saw glimpses of that last year on the run defense. They improved all the way to 3rd in college football on the run defense. They were great on 3rd down, but they were still 116th against the pass. I see a different secondary for Steve Sarkisian this year. They're faster. They're more alert. I feel like Pete Kwiatkowski, the defensive coordinator, has done an excellent job putting them in position to succeed. There you see the run defense improvement from when they got there, 114th and 32nd, now 3rd last year. I understand they're replacing those defensive tackles, but Gus, if they can solidify the run front and play quality defense in the secondary, I mean, they're a play away last year from beating Washington, and Michael Penix, basically ran him out of the building that night. They couldn't stop Michael Penix at all.
After review, it's an incomplete pass. Second down.
And this looks to be, we had him last year against Kansas State. We saw him a couple of years ago against Alabama. This is a totally different defense. And last year they were, in a large part, carried by 2 great defensive tackles. Those tackles allowed them to play a structure that was more safe for Pete Kwiatkowski. But Pete Kwiatkowski's been there for 4 years. Sark's been there for 4 years. So these guys know the system. You plug in a transfer like Makuba in the secondary, and all of a sudden, it's totally transformed. I mean, Makuba keeps playing like this, he'll be all SEC. Yes. He might be an All-American. He's been all over the field today.
He has been brilliant. 2nd and 10 at the 49. Andrew Makuba, the Clemson transfer. Davis Warren in trouble. That one knocked down and incomplete.
While we're giving out roses,
Gilbo.
How about my guy again? Here's the freshman, Gus. You love it when freshmen come in and they're immediately impactful. He's had about 3 rushes in a row where Warren's had to run out of there. That's Colin Simmons, number 11. Texas fans,
you got one.
You got a dude coming up the ranks. I love watching young players when that light turns on and you're like, oh, they get it. They get it now. They get the speed. He's going to be a factor this year.
3rd down and 10 at the 49. Davis Warren. Scrambling. Davis Warren. This one caught by Benjamin Hall. And Hall wrestled down. And I'm concerned with Davis Warren. He's throwing a lot of balls over the middle across his body, Joel. That's not a good thing, is it?
It's not. Although, you might be asking, like, why would they still be in? It's 31-6. Davis Warren hasn't played a lot of football in his life. These are valuable reps. They're not going to run the ball. They're going to throw it, not based on the score. It's based on development. They need to get him as many of live passing reps as they can possibly get so that they can improve in that area moving forward.
Here's Warren over the middle, and another completion. Remember, Davis Warren is a cancer survivor, leukemia. He underwent chemo and spent most of the summer of 2019 in the hospital in LA. And due to his injuries and illness and the COVID pandemic, he played in just 7 high school games between his sophomore and senior season at Loyola in LA. So these reps are great for this young quarterback. Up the middle again, and it's Hall. And that should take us to the 2-minute timeout.
Pass complete to Benjamin Hall.
Let's go. We gotta go. Roll.
And that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. 31-6, the score. Texas 2 minutes away from heading back to Austin with a win. This week we said goodbye to a true titan of the industry, Phil Garvin. His company provided television trucks for this and many other networks, playing a crucial role in sports broadcasting. Phil was not only a partner, but a generous friend to countless people in the field, leaving an indelible mark on our craft. Our thoughts are with his family, his wife Angela, children Jana, Leah, and Nick, and his 3 grandchildren. Big Note Saturday is sponsored by GMC. We are professional grade. (31-6) the score, 2 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. Michigan trying to put something together to feel good about themselves. Warren, long throw. Caught at the goal line. Is it a touchdown? Samaj Morgan. And it looks like he'll be down at the 1.
Again, Warren had to leave the pocket, threw a little bit across his body, but this one right to Morgan right there, and he kind of extends the ball and kicks the pylon. As soon as that foot hits the pylon, he's out of bounds, but he should get the pylon extended. The ball is over the goal line. That should be a touchdown. Probably should blow this dead if the replay is in there. It looked like Sark was all the way down trying to call a timeout as well. Based on that look,
Ruling on the
beautiful shot by
completed
the
pass
pylon.
is under further review.
So we're going to take a look at it to see if it's a touchdown. Samaj Morgan. Let's see. Tried to extend that ball.
So there's the ball extended. He's still in. Now he's out. As soon as his foot hits the pylon, he's out. But then it's just a matter of where the ball is. Oh, the ball is across. What a shot from the pylon.
Well, that's a side judge camera.
Well, whatever camera it was, that was a beautiful shot.
Dean Blandino, your thoughts on this play?
Great looks from our crew. This is a touchdown. As soon as he completes the catch and then extends that ball, breaking the plane, had a great look from the pylon cam, even before his foot hits the pylon. And Joel's right. When his foot hits the pylon, he's out of bounds, but he's extending it now. That's a touchdown.
Ball looks like the tip of the nose is across the line. Ron Snodgrass, should be an easy
After
decision.
review, the runner scored. It is a touchdown. Please reset the game clock for 1 minute.
Osborne with the touchdown for Michigan. 31-12.
And again, the result of this game really not in question. But what's happening here is that number 16, Davis Warren, this offensive line, and this passing game, they need every single one of these snaps in order to continue to develop. You know, there is no substitution for doing this live. You can't replicate it as a quarterback. And so when you're young and inexperienced, like this entire offense, Gus, these are really valuable snaps that they do.
Wolverines will go for 2. With a minute and 54 remaining. Davis Warren in the end zone, incomplete. 31-12 our score, 1:54 to go here in the fourth. Michigan will have something good to feel about on that drive and that scoring drive as this game comes to an end. And they head into their next week where they will play Arkansas State, followed by a big game here at home against USC.
How much more difficult does that game look after last week?
USC looked pretty good against LSU.
D'Anton Lynn, the defensive coordinator, who, by the way,
Came from UCLA.
Came from UCLA, yes, but cut his teeth as a defensive coach under Wink Martindale, coordinator right here at Michigan at the Baltimore Ravens. So this Ravens philosophy and defense permeating throughout football. Here, Baltimore, obviously, Mike McDonald, the former coordinator at Michigan, now the head coach of Seattle. Jesse Minter with Jim Harbaugh with the Los Angeles Chargers. But today, I tell you who took that defensive structure apart? Coach on the other side.
That's right, Steve Sarkisian. The second time he's met Wink Martindale. They met each other in the pros, as we told you earlier on in our broadcast. And Sarkisian was the offensive coordinator in Atlanta, and Martindale, the defensive coordinator in Baltimore. Martindale winning that battle. Different story this time on the college level.
All right, let's go down.
As Texas comes into Michigan.
Was covered at the 46-yard
Will
line.
walk out with a resounding victory.
Offside, kicking team number 2. 5-yard penalty from the end of the play. First down, Texas.
You know, we just got to look at that Texas schedule. And, I mean, I would say it's not all that difficult, except for that middle section. I mean, you got to play Red River, which is just difficult, period. And the next week,
how's Oklahoma this year?
It's Georgia. I think Oklahoma is improved. I think that they are a very good football team. This Texas team is probably better than OU, and OU plays a much more difficult schedule.
Texas keeping it on the ground. So Texas after UTSA and Louisiana Monroe, they get into that Mississippi State, Oklahoma, Georgia, Vandy, bye, Florida, Arkansas, Kentucky at the end of the year. It's so great that now Texas is going to play Texas A&M.
Oh, I can't wait. But yeah, there's no question. That was one of the losses of all this realignment over the last decade. To have that game back will be amazing. There's no doubt. You know what I'm wondering right now?
What's that?
I wonder how many text messages Quinn Ewers is going to get from his former teammates in Columbus after this one.
I'm sure he's going to get a few.
Maybe a few.
Although you wonder if he's got a lot of teammates remaining there.
There's a few of those guys.
Yeah.
Talked to Quinn this week, and he has been texting with him ever since he was up there. He was just there for 3 months, been a Texas kid, but I tell you know, once a Buckeye, there's always a little of that in the back of your mind, isn't there?
How about this? Quinn Ewers started his college career at Ohio State, and apparently the dislike of Michigan came with him to Texas. He had this to say at SEC Media Days. Going up to the big house is going to be an awesome environment. Place is going to be rocking, especially with all the hype because of the early game. really big win, the national championship, the team up north. And there's a great picture that came with that as well. Let's see if we can get that to you. There he is. This is Quinn Ewers when he was at Ohio State. Chris Olave, the star receiver now with the New Orleans Saints, next to him. What did he say about his time at Ohio State?
It was brief. That's what he said. That's what he said. He said he learned a lot. He grew up, and one of the things that he realized and that he learned is that he was going to need to be a leader of men at some point in his career, and he feels like he's taken that step. There's Tony Alford, former running back coach at Ohio State, talking to him right there. And he has certainly become that leader and player that can not only go on to win the Heisman, but maybe a national championship.
31-12, the final. Let's go downstairs to Jen.
Guys, thank you so much. Well, Coach, they say it's hard to come here on the road and play in the big house. You made it look easy today. How pleased were you with the balance you were able to find on offense?
Well, that's critical for us as a team, right? When we can run it, throw it, screen it, RPO, all the things that we like to do, we can find balance in there. We're usually doing all right.
We talk so much about culture at Texas and how special this group is. I know it's early, but what did you learn about your guys today, about your potential this season?
Well, I liked our poise and composure. We knew that was going to be needed today. It's a really good team. They're a really physical team. I thought we handled the environment early on and found our rhythm.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Thanks, Jenny. Thank you.
Gus.
The final score here in Ann Arbor, Texas 31, as they defeat the national champions 31-12. Coming up next on Fox, it's Baylor, Utah, after this short break.